Hello guys, I'm Jocelyn Samuel Lucena, also known as Teacher Jofi. I am from Southville 8B Senior High School, located here in Rodriguez, Rizal. Our topic today is predicting the value of dependent variable given the value of independent variable. For our objectives, after going through this lesson, you are expected to explain the use of the regression equation in predicting the value of the dependent variable. Estimate the value of dependent variable from the value of the independent variable, and reflect on the importance of making predictions in decision making. In our previous discussion, we have learned that regression equations are used to make predictions. So basically, for this lesson, we are going to use regression equations to predict the values of dependent variables. The field of statistics that deals with prediction is called regression analysis. In predicting the dependent variable y, just substitute the value of x in the equation y hat equals bx plus a. Let us consider this example. Tayabas Ice, a local ice cream store, launches its new ice cream creation called Halo Halo Overload Sundae, where customers get to personalize the flavors and toppings on their ice cream sundae. The regression equation y hat equals 25 plus 4x shows the cost of ice cream sundae with different numbers of toppings. If Kimi has 50 pesos, what is the maximum number of toppings she can put on her Halo Halo Overload sundae? How much would Kimi pay for her ice cream sundae? To guide us in this illustration, we will be using a flow chart. We will start with this question: what is the independent variable? And then, what is the dependent variable? After that, we have the question: what does the slope mean? What does the y-intercept mean? And then we will proceed to the first question in the situation: how many toppings can Kimi put on her sundae? Or let me clarify that, what is the maximum number of toppings she can put on her Halo Halo sundae? And finally, for the last question, how much would Kimi pay for her sundae? Now let us proceed with the first question. What is the independent variable? Before answering this, let us identify the two variables in this situation. We have the cost of ice cream sundae, and the other one is the number of toppings. Now, does the number of toppings depend on the cost of sundae? Or the cost of sundae depends on the number of toppings? Yes, you are correct. The cost of sundae depends on the number of toppings that we put on it. Therefore, the independent variable is the number of toppings. And for the next question, what is the dependent variable? Our dependent variable is, of course, the cost of ice cream. And that is represented by y. Now let us proceed to the next question. What does the slope mean? So before answering this, let us identify what is the slope first. From the regression equation, y equals 25 plus 4x. We recall from our previous discussion that the slope is the coefficient of x. So we have here 4x. Your slope is 4. And notice that this one is positive. Therefore, there is a positive relationship. Okay, going back to the question, what does the slope mean? Okay, yes, correct. Since x here is your number of toppings, the slope 4 means the price of toppings. Okay, let's go to the next question. What does the y-intercept mean? So, we recall that the y-intercept is the constant in this regression equation. We have here 25. This is your y-intercept. Okay? And we recall that y-intercept is the value of y when x is equal to 0. Okay? In this case, when there is no toppings, the y-intercept now is the value of, or the cost of your ice cream sundae. Therefore, The y-intercept 25 represents the base price of sundae. I hope that's clear. And now let us proceed to the next question. How many toppings can Kimi put on her sundae? So here we go. Let's have a separate solution for this. So here's our solution to the question, how many toppings can Kimi put on her sundae? We will use the regression equation y hat equals 25 plus 4x for the cost of sundae. Now let us start by computing what if Kimi will put one topping in her sundae. So let's try one topping, so that would mean x is equal to 1. And we will substitute this to the regression equation y hat equals 25 plus 4x. We will substitute 1 in x here. Okay, so we will have y equals 25 plus 4 times 1. So 4 times 1 is equal to 4. So we have there 25 plus 4. And 25 plus 4 is equal to 29. So y equals 29. In other words, Kimi will pay 29 pesos when she will be putting one topping for her sundae. That's still way back. Meron pa siyang pera para sa 50 pesos niya. So remember, she has 50 pesos. So we try 2 toppings. Okay? Try natin maglagay ng dalawang toppings naman. So we had 2 toppings. That means x is equal to 2. And we will substitute x equals 2 in the regression equation 25 plus 4x. So we will substitute 2 here. So we will have y equals 25 plus 4 times 2. 4 times 2 here is 8. So we have 25 plus 8. And 25 plus 8 will give you 33. Okay? So, meron pa po tayong natitirang sukli. Ang gusto natin na maximize natin yung 50 pesos. Okay? So, kung isa-isahin po natin yan, medyo mapapahaba. Ilan nga ba yung maximum number of toppings na pwedeng ibayad o bilhin? Idagdag ni Kimi sa kanyang sundae. So, para straight na po, we can actually compute ng 1 toppings, 2 toppings, we may try. However, it would be easier for us to do it this way. So here's the question, what is the maximum number of toppings that Kimi can buy for her 50 pesos? Okay, so we will be looking for x, wherein the maximum number of toppings na pwede niyang bilhin. Okay, and we recall that in our previous slide, we have y-intercept equals 25. This 25 means the base price of sundae. Meaning, ito yung wala pa pong toppings. Okay? Remember that Kimi has 50 pesos. So, pag tinanggal mo yung 25, 25 mo lang ang natitira. This implies that Kimi has the remaining 25 pesos for the toppings. We can make an equation 4x is less than or equal to 25. Yung 4x dito for the toppings, okay, 4 pesos the price of toppings, x here is the number of toppings. Dapat yung presyo niyan should be less than or equal to 25 kasi 25 lang natitira na pwede niyang ipambili ng toppings. Okay, so 4x is less than or equal to 25. Dividing both sides by 4, we have x is less than or equal to 6. Okay, therefore, the maximum number of toppings that Kimi can put in her sundae is 6. Okay, so going back to our question, how many toppings can Kimi put on her sundae? We have there the maximum number of toppings that Kimi can buy for her sundae is 6. Okay, for the last question, how much would Kimi pay for her sundae? Again, this will entail solution. So, we will look at the solution table. So, here is our solution. How much would Kimi pay for her sundae? So, I guess this will be easier now. The maximum number of toppings that Kimi can buy from our previous discussion is 6. So, x is equal to 6. We now substitute this in our regression equation y is equal to 25 plus 4x. So we have y equals 25 plus 4 times 6. 4 times 6 is 24. So we have y equals 25 plus 24. Therefore, y is equal to 49. Therefore, Kimi will have to pay 49 pesos for an ice cream sundae with 6 toppings? Going back to our question, how much would Kimi pay for her sundae? Assuming that she will put the maximum number of toppings, Kimi will have to pay 49 pesos for her sundae. Now let's look at example number 2. Carl and Michael, both grade 11 students, are talking about their plans for the future. According to Carl, I am going to apply for scholarship in the state university next year so I can go to college. And Michael answered, why go to college? As for me, I am not interested in going to college. Actually, I already want to drop out of school, but my mother insists that I graduate from senior high school. Carl answered, then how will you get a job with good salary? I want to finish college so I can get a high-paying job. To which Michael answered, you do not need to be a college graduate to earn money. My cousin is a college graduate, but he is unemployed, while my father's boss did not finish high school, but he is rich. Carl consults his class advisor. Miss Jean, a statistics teacher, tells him that a study describing the relationship between years in school and salary. It was found that the regression equation was y hat equals 30x plus 100, where y refers to the person's daily salary and x refers to the number of years the person spent studying in school. Now, to help Carl in this situation, we are given these guide questions. Number 1, in the regression equation, what is the independent variable? X. Okay, for our answers, the independent variable X is the number of years the person spent studying in school. Now, this is already given in the situation. For our second guide question, in the regression equation, what is the dependent variable Y? Okay, it was already there mentioned in the situation or in the problem. The dependent variable Y is a person's daily salary. For the third question, based on the slope, is the relationship between the variables positive or negative? So looking at the slope here, in the regression equation, y equals 30x plus 100. Remember that the slope is the coefficient of x, so we have here 30x. The slope is 30, and this is positive. Therefore, the relationship between the variables is positive, meaning as x increases, y also increases. Now for the guide question number 4. Can Carl predict his average salary in the future based on the regression equation? And how? Our answer to this is, of course, yes. By using the regression equation given in the problem, y hat equals 30x plus 100. Let's look at the first scenario. What if Carl would listen to his friend and he will be taking a vocational course? That is approximately 2 years. Okay? And K to 12 is 13 years. You have kinder 1 year plus your grade 1 up to grade 12. That's 12 years. So you have 13 years. That will give you a total of 15. Years spent in studying will be 15. Or that is x equals 15. We will substitute this to the regression equation y hat equals 30 plus 100. So substituting x equals 15 here, we have y equals 30 times 15 plus 100. 30 times 15 equals 450. So we have there 450 plus 100. And that gives us a total of y equals 550. So if Carl will be taking 2 years vocational course, he will be having an average daily salary of 550. That is if he will take up vocational course. Now let's look at the second scenario. If Carl will pursue his plan of taking a college course, and that is approximately 4 years. So for our computation, K to 12 gives us 13 years. Years spent in studying will be 17. So 4 plus 13 is 17, and your x will be 17. Substituting this to the regression equation, y hat equals 30x plus 100. So we have 30 times 17 plus 100. And 30 times 17 is 510 plus 100 here. You have a total of 610. So Carl will have an average daily salary of 610 if he will choose to take up a 4-year college course. Now for the fifth guide question. Can the prediction of Carl's average salary in the future help in his decision making, and how? Our answer here is definitely yes. It can help him decide if he can predict his future salary, considering the number of years he will spend in school. This may not provide all the other necessary things to consider, but future salary is one major consideration. For the sixth guide question, if you were Carl, would you continue your plans of graduating from college based on the given regression equation? And why? Now I would like for you to reflect on this. So this is for you to reflect on. But I will just have to remind you what is my take for this question. Now it is good to know that you know your future salary based on this regression equation computation. But there are other considerations that you can put in your mind while deciding whether to go to college or take a vocational course. Number one, your family income or situation. Is your family able to support you? O baka marami silang pinag-aaral? But nevertheless, the government is already helping us so much in terms of education support. So this may not be a very big problem to consider. You can actually choose whether to go to college or take a vocational course with the support of the government. The other consideration I would like to tell you is your passion, your desire to study. Baka gusto mo matapos ng college kasi mas mataas ang sweldo, pero hindi ka naman willing talaga mag-aral. So baka mamaya nabot ka ng 5 years, 6 years, hindi mo pa natapos ang good for 4 years na college course. So kung ikaw itong estudyante na ito, you better take something that you will be happy working on. That brings us to the third consideration, which is your skills or your interest. It doesn't really matter kung college ang tinapos mo or vocational ang tinapos mo. Just as long as you have your skills, your interest working for your good. At the end of the day, it's not just about your salary. Although I would like to tell you that salary is always good. It's good for your family. But the last thing that you have to do to check is your satisfaction. Are you satisfied with the kind of life, with your skills, with your interest, with your salary? I would always encourage you to study, whether to go to college or to go to vocational course. Pursue your dreams. Do the things that God wants you to do. Accomplish your purpose in your life. So that is for me to remind you for the question number 6 as you are going to reflect on this. There you have it, guys. I hope this discussion makes sense to you. Enjoy and endure. Enjoy your good times and endure the challenging times. Later on, you will reap the fruit of your labor. This is Teacher Joffy saying, God bless you. Keep safe, everyone. This lesson video is created based on the Department of Education Senior High School Module for Statistics and Probability, printed by the Department of Education, Region 4A, Calabarzon.